right, Jeremiah here with defendyouronlineprivacy.com. Just wanted to answer a few questions for everyone, some stuff that we get that's pretty standard stuff, pretty common questions. So we'll jump right in. Top question we get: is Google listening to me all the time? Short answer, yes. Long answer, it's complicated, but also yes. So here's what happens. Anytime you have a smart device that takes voice commands, like your phone, a tablet, even your smart home devices like your Google Home, Facebook Portal, Amazon Alexa, the Echo devices, all of those, anytime they take voice commands, they are listening to you. So you train the voice model to hear your voice. So when you say, "Hey Google," or "Hey Siri," it will automatically pick that up and will activate. So the question is, how does it recognize your voice, match it to the correct tone to say, yes, that is Jeremiah, and I need to activate so he can send a text message or whatever. How will it recognize my voice and validate it and activate if the microphone isn't already on, listening for what it can happen? All right, fair question. And so here's what happens in the whole scheme of your Google Siri search, right? Is whenever you give it a voice command, it jumps from your device to a server owned by the company. That whether that's Facebook, Amazon, Google, Apple, doesn't matter. Goes to the server. The server then transcribes the audio voice, the audio command, into a text command and sends it back to the phone, or device. That device then takes that text command and executes it. So it'll say text so-and-so. The phone will pop up and say, great, we're going to send text message so-and-so. Then it will say, hey, what do you want the message to be? And so then you respond with the message. The message goes back to the server, comes back to you after it's been transcribed into text and says, hey, is this what you want to send? And you say yes or no. So that's the cycle that's going on. So for it to be able to match your voice, because you have one voice model that spans all of your devices, so that is stored on some other server, not on your phone, your watch, your tablet, your Amazon Echo, whatever device it is. Like, it's not stored there, it's stored on their servers. And so when you say, hey Google, or hey Siri, and it activates, it's pinging the server to check to see if that voice is a match. So yes, it is listening to you. Any voice activated or voice controlled device has that voice model stored somewhere and is always listening. That microphone is always on. All right. Furthermore, when you're sending those requests, because it's trying to be as accurate as possible, it's sending a lot of information along with it. So Apple tells you, when you activate Siri, when you send a Siri request, they send your name, your nickname, your contacts' names, and any associated affiliation. So if you're texting your mom, you call her by, you have her in your phone as her name and as mom. It'll send both of those. It'll send the name and the relation. It'll send your music library, your photo albums. It will send your location, and it will send any other devices that have been associated with your account, any of the home devices. It'll send all that information to Apple's servers to make sure that its results that it's sending you are the best possible results that they have, because they want it to be relevant. If you say text mom, they want to make sure that they're getting the right name. If you're talking about certain directions or asking for a coffee shop nearby, it needs your location. So we get why they want all that information. That's a lot of information to send whenever you're making a Siri request. So just be aware of that. What I'll say is the best defense against this is to just completely turn off your voice assistant, whether your smart assistant, no matter what device you have. So on iOS, what you're going to do is you're going to go to disable Siri and dictation. You need to go into your settings, Siri and search, turn it off there. And then you also need to go into general, keyboard, and turn off your dictation settings. If you are disconnected from iCloud, there's another way to do that through screen time and your apps. There's a way to disallow apps. You can turn it off completely there. But if you're on iCloud still, you definitely don't want to be sending Apple all the information you have about your screen time and your usage. So we're not advocating for that yet. Just turn off Siri and turn off dictation. So anywhere there's dictation or Siri, you want to turn those off. For Android, what you can do is you can go into Settings, Google, Search Assistant, and Voice, and then you'll want to turn it off. There's a lot of options there. Just go through and turn them all off. You'll also want to delete your voice model. You can do that through your Android device. It will also show you devices that are linked to your voice model in your Assistant account. And so what you want to do is go through and disconnect your Google Assistant from all of those other devices so that it's not anywhere. Is this a convenience crapper? Absolutely. But it's also your privacy. So if you want them listening, by all means, do what you're doing. If you want to separate yourself and not have them listening to every conversation you have, this is the way to do it. So here's the plug. defendyouronlineprivacy.com/training. We've got a free training for you that will help you better understand some of the threats out there and help you start advocating for yourself and start taking back your privacy. We cover email, we cover text messaging, we cover browsing, all of these things, even some phone settings that will help really start pushing you down the road to privacy and separating yourself from these big data companies. So again, if this struck a nerve with you, if you resonate with this and really want to take another step forward, by all means, go ahead, check us out, defendyouronlineprivacy.com/training. We'll see you there. Stay safe.